Technology. It's a blessing and a curse. We have made so many technological advancements over the years that now it has become a nuisance to the way that people communicate. Communication. Well, it's something that we do on a daily basis. But how are we communicating nowadays? Most people, they pick up a phone. They either email you or they send you a text message or they go to social media to either get an opinion on something, to ask for advice, or just to simply rant. There's three basic codes to communication. There's language, which is verbal or written, paralanguage, and it emphasizes the vocal tone, pitch, rate, and there's nonverbal. Those are your facial expressions and gestures. Communicating through technology eliminates two of those things. You have the verbal, but you don't have the paralanguage and the nonverbal. So when somebody's sending a message and you're receiving it, how are you to take it? Are you reading it the way that they're sending it? Or are you taking it in a whole different way? Growing up, I had very nonverbal, expressive facial manners. And a lot of times it would get me in trouble. Sometimes it helps you out. But if you can't see what I'm saying on my face, you might take what I'm saying in a different tone or in a different manner. And a lot of times that leads to trouble. So, technology barriers. Nowadays, everything is at our fingertips. We can go online and we can order things from pizza to something from Amazon and it'll be delivered on your doorstep the next day. We want things now. We need things right this second. And so when we're communicating through text messages or social media and we're expecting a response and we don't get it, that also breaks down our communication skills. We expect somebody to respond immediately. And when you're taking away face-to-face communication, how are you going to get a response right away? It may be delayed by a minute, 2 minutes, 2 days, 2 years, or never. So that is a very big element when we're communicating with people. We want gratification right now. And that, unfortunately, is the way that our culture is going. Right now, we want a response. We want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what do you have to say about this. So, I also believe that communicating through the internet or through text messages or emails is causing social anxiety. When you are raised talking to people face to face, it makes it easier to communicate with people. But this generation now, they don't talk face to face. You can see a group of kids sitting at a table, going out to eat, and not one of them are talking to each other. Every single one of them will be on their phone, texting, posting a picture, or just Snapchatting. Why aren't they talking to each other? What's the big deal? And when they go out in public, they don't talk to anybody politely in the store, a stranger. You know, you ask for help. I'm sorry, do you know what aisle the roast beef would be on or something? They don't want to do that. They'd rather get on their phones and communicate that way, and it creates a social anxiety. It doesn't help them to want to talk to people. It doesn't help their communication skills. In fact, I think it's making their communication skills really bad. So what do we do about this problem? How can we rectify the problem that we made? For one, if you have children that are maybe grade school age or high schoolers, take those phones away. Put them on a restriction. Limit their screen time. You can do it through various ways. A lot of people with iPhones, there's an app for it, and you just limit their screen time. If you don't have an iPhone, you can go through your carrier, like Verizon. They have something where you can limit the screen time. And I believe that this is a very important thing to do, because if you don't teach your kids how to communicate face to face, what are they going to do when they grow up and they want to go and get a job? How are they going to interview with social anxiety? Are they going to text message the boss whenever they need something? Are they going to text message their interview skills? That's not going to work very well. So I do believe that technology, it is messing with our communication skills. And I think that everybody needs to rethink how much time they allow their children to spend on phones and on social media, and sit down and talk with your kids at dinner. help them, ease them into this so they don't have social anxiety when talking to people. They don't have a fear of verbal communication.